From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Evening Edition.
Well, Oakland's mayor is touting a new deal that lays out the terms to sell the city's share of the Coliseum to a private developer. Good evening, I'm Ryan Yamamoto.
And I'm Elizabeth Cook. The mayor calls it a critical lifeline to avoid severe budget cuts. But the sale to the African-American Sports and Entertainment Group is far from complete.
Katie Nielsen is at the Coliseum, where there's still a lot of questions about the long-term financial health of the city.
The $105 million deal is still a long way from being done. The city needs to sign an official purchase agreement with AASEG by the end of next month, and they're banking on the payments that they would receive over the next 6 months to balance the city's budget.
There's a great deal of fanfare at City Hall as Oakland's Mayor Sheng Thao, along with the leaders of AASEG, signed agreements about the terms of the sale.
We're investing not in just today, but we are investing in an Oakland for tomorrow.
The deal itself pays the city $63 million by January 15th in a number of installments, starting within 5 days after a PSA or purchase sale agreement is signed. The final payment of $42 million would be due when the sale closes, no later than June 30, 2026. That $63 million is what is needed to balance the city's budget for this year without making drastic cuts to the police and fire departments, which was being discussed as an option of last resort.
This is a few months' time that we're buying, and we're right back to the same problem.
Tim Gardner is with Citizens Oakland, a group pushing for the city to stop the chronic overspending.
We're overspending in a number of different ways. That has crept up over 5+ years. I understand the pain and difficulty of making real cuts to budgets, but the only thing we've been willing to cut is police, and to some degree now, fire.
He says selling the Coliseum is a one-time fix and doesn't address the fact that the city is simply spending more money than it's taking in. Plus, there are still other pieces of the puzzle that have to come together. The Oakland Athletics and John Fisher still need to reach a deal to sell their portion of the property. Plus, there are environmental impact reports that need to be done, and any redevelopment still has to get approval from the city, not to mention additional financing. But the founders of AASEG say they're in it for the long haul.
We're here, we're committed to it. We have incredible capital partners. We have incredible partners in this process.
The city argues by selling its share of the Coliseum for redevelopment, it will eventually generate even more tax revenue. But the vice president of the Oakland Police Officers Union says that's a long way off and nothing is guaranteed.
It's a one-time payment to provide payroll for the city, but I don't feel they're looking out for the long term of the people we serve, where we need to invest into public safety.
One of the biggest questions that still needs to be answered is what happens to the $63 million that AASEG is paying the city if the deal doesn't close? Will the city have to refund all of that money to AASEG, making the budget crisis even worse? Or does the city get to keep all of that money? Now, we won't know answers to any of those questions until the purchase agreement is signed. They're hoping sometime by the end of August.
And A's fans are hoping the sale of the Coliseum site will help turn the page on the team's departure and potentially start a new chapter for Major League Baseball in Oakland. That includes Brian Johansson. He's a diehard fan and co-owner of baseball's Last Dive Bar.
AASEG is a strong group, and a group that if MLB so ever decides to put an expansion team in Oakland, you know, they're the right people to be there to have that actually happen. And so, like, this is the only shot that we would get to ensure that we would even be considered for an expansion team.
Well, we reached out to the A's for comment on the team's negotiations to sell its half of the site. We have not heard back. We have posted the city's summary of the Coliseum sale term sheet. It details plans for affordable housing and community benefits tied to that sale. You can find it on KPIX.com.